Coach, we could go in a number of directions, but I'd like to start with Larry Nance and what he did on the floor tonight. Just his presence being out there, what an impact he had. Look at his plus minus. Just him being back out there was so key for your team.
You're right, Graf. Having Larry back, it was huge for us. You know, that's the Larry we're all accustomed to seeing, and credit to him. You know, he worked his tail off, I said it earlier, to get himself, ready to come in and play and be who he is to this team. Without Larry and his production tonight, that game is a tougher game to win for us. So we're all grateful to have him back.
It's also got to be satisfying for the team, you as a staff, you're in another clutch situation, like we've been in the last week, and you guys worked on it during practice yesterday, but to see it translate from the practice court to live action had to be a good feeling for you.
For sure. We'll definitely take it. Anytime that we can carve out wins, if it's a close game, we'll take it. But we know we still have work to do, but we're definitely proud of the guys.
Trey didn't score in the first 46 minutes, two big ones in the last 2 minutes. What do you think about him just, not really being in rhythm, but still stepping into those ones and making?
He was good. He's resilient. And, I mentioned to him when he was on the bench, we subbed him out for a little bit, that you're on a scouting report. Teams know what you're capable of doing, and now your energy has to go to another level. You got to use your shot fake, drive, share the basketball with a teammate, or go finish, get to the free throw line. But, that was a growth moment for him. He just stuck with it, and he hit two big shots down at the end of the game.
Yeah, and you guys generated a couple of those baskets with Brandon and Zion in the pick and roll. Just what do you think about those two guys working together down the stretch to generate some of that offense?
It was great. Brandon and Z, CJ and Z, sometimes Z handling. And I think that is what makes our team unique. And we just got to continue to tighten the screws with that and, find a home at the end of games, run our sets with force, with pace. And I thought we did that tonight. Settle each other down and get a quality look. And for the most part, we took care of the basketball. We got to finish possessions a little bit better, but I thought our defense was really solid.
This is the third time tonight that CJ, BI, and Z all scored 20 in the same game. Just what do you like about just the way they worked together tonight and kind of played off of each other?
It was fantastic. Like I said, we've all been talking about it. We've talked about it in practice. We've watched film together. How can we hold each other accountable and win these type of games and be better in these type of games? And give CJ, give BI, Z credit. They went out and they played well tonight. They did what they needed to do to win. And I thought Zion's defense was incredible. He was impactful on both ends of the floor, rebounding the ball, sharing the basketball with his teammates. And that we want to build on this momentum.
Yeah, speaking about his defense, part of that also is his rebounding. That's something that's really picked up lately. How big is that for your team when he's really contributing in that part of his game?
It's big for all of us. It's big for our team when our guards, our wings rebound. We can't rely just on JV. And the reason is that when those guys rebound, it initiates the break. The ball is already in their hands. They're taking off, they're going, and they can score before the defense is set. That's some of our best basketball when we play that way.
Willie, was there any kind of consideration maybe not putting Trey back in the game super late? He had just, I think missed a long one. He had made one all game long, but you went back to him. Was there, like I said, any kind of hesitation or no?
It was definitely no hesitation on my part, and that's the communication that I have with him, the trust that I have with him is that it doesn't matter. You got to have a really high next play speed. Okay, you miss one, you make a mistake. The next play is coming pretty quickly, so don't hang your head. Don't wear your emotions on your sleeve. Get ready for the next play, and to his credit, he was able to knock down two really big shots for us.
And Larry's defensive numbers, right, the steals and blocks, self-explanatory, but what else did you see out in the court? For instance, I saw screens. I thought he got Brandon Ingram going in that third quarter, and also he was really communicating. We've missed that Larry out there.
Yeah, for sure. Larry was good, man. It's good to have him back. You can feel his presence on the court right away. his high IQ, his ability to rebound the ball. Offensively, when we touch the paint, now you're kicking it to him. He can knock down shots, but then he goes up and finish at the end of the game. So having the combination of Larry JV is great to have those guys back on the floor.
Hey, Willie, kind of sticking to the Larry thing, but what was he kind of like just before the game? I mean, could you sense that he was really anxious to get back out on the court?
Yeah, he was ready. He was definitely ready to play. It's been a build-up to get to this point, but he was ready, and we were all ready to get him on the floor. we missed that. We missed that flexibility to be able to have guys that can guard multiple screens, can switch. You can see when he was in with that certain group, we were readying all the screens. That's our terminology for switching, and it was hard for those guys to score on us. So we miss having that with Larry.
Coach, sticking on the defensive end, since that 9-turnover game, Charlotte, Brandon Ingram has had multiple blocks and multiple steals in every game since. Is that something where he's got new defensive directives from you, or is he just dialing it up and playing that great on both ends of the court?
Yeah, he's accepting the challenge. We're challenging all of our guys to be better defensively and offensively. And B.I., he has the capability with his size, his athletic ability to be a really solid two-way player. We know what he can do offensively, but now it's like, let's lock into our defense, because when we do, our offense is that much better.
Gotcha. And CJ mentioned at practice a couple of days ago getting some movement going. You mentioned after the last game the offense was kind of congested. Do you think it kind of worked itself out a little bit more tonight with just the off-ball movement and getting the action?
I thought it was better tonight for sure. I thought CJ initiated that run to start the game. He was intentional about pushing the pace, taking quality shots. If he didn't have shots, he shared the basketball, get to the free throw line. He was really good, but overall, we moved the ball better. And for us, it's really about when the game does slow down, we still have to get into our sets with force, and I thought we did that.
We joked about it before, but what's it like just having all your guys? Really, put your vision on the court rather than, hypothetically what it could look like, being able to actually see it.
It's great. It's a blessing to have all of our guys, for the most part, healthy, right? But now this is the work. This is when we have to work at it. It's not going to come easy just because we're healthy. Now we have to hold each other accountable to playing at the level and the standard that we know we can play at. Tonight was a really good start in that direction.
Coach Green, you guys kept this game in front of you for all 4 quarters. Jazz's biggest lead all game was only 2 points. What aspects of tonight's game can you credit that to?
It starts with our defense. Our game plan discipline was at a high level. Utah does a really good job of setting those pinaways, and they got guards that are good at getting into the paint, kick out for threes, and I thought we did a good job defensively, and that's where the game started for us.
Coach, looking at Zion, 2 assists away from a triple-double,
Yeah.
double-double the other night. He's responded to that criticism a few weeks ago pretty well, wouldn't you say?
He has, and that's the key for him, is just blocking out all the noise. We know that inside of our locker room, our organization, we have each other's backs, and we'll block out that noise. He'll block it out, and we got to go out and play. That's the deal for us. Just keep stacking days, and when we do that, we'll be okay. All right, thank you.